Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the episode of Rising World. I'm Radio Man 03, and it is awesome to have you along. I am working on the mine entrance right here, just the kind of the work area, and in order to do these flat beams, at first I was going to go up and over and all that stuff. I thought, you know what? Bring the mountain to the beams, and you'll be good, and then you won't have to worry about that stuff. So here we are. We're going to bring the mountain down a little bit, make it go right onto those cross beams up here, and it should be good to go. We're going to knock you back just a little bit right there. And voila. Now it looks like those timbers are holding up the stone in here. Let's actually do a little bit more in here too. Let's bring this down a little bit. Just like so. Just got rock in my hand. Don't forget, with the rock in your hand, you can go page up, page down, and you can decide how much you want. So if I go page up, I go that high with it. And I can make it, these pillars like this. Or I can go page down. And now you can see it's gone. Page up, and now I've got just a little bit showing here and there. Page up, so you could adjust how much stone you want showing and where you want it showing. So it works out pretty good. We could actually come in here and do some of this as well, where we come in here and kind of fix this up. Page up, come on, there you are, page down. Oh, I'm using the arrow keys, not the page up and page down key. That explains a lot. Ha! Gotta push the right keys, push your right buttons there, radio. But you know what? I think we're going to leave that alone. But now, we have timber supports over here. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another one right over here. These are as big as these timbers will go, just as big as they'll get. And we're going to move it in a little bit. You know what? Maybe not. Let's keep this as long as it is. Let's bring it down a little bit. Let's go right about there with it. That looks pretty good to me. And let's spin this around, up this way. There we go. Let's bring this down. Now let's shrink it up. And, we could shrink that even more. We don't need that much in here. Like so. And then let's come in here and do some cross timbers in here. That's going to make it look like it's, got some support. Let's hit control and see how that looks. Okay, it's coming through on this side a little bit, but I bet if we arrow that over, we could get away with that right there. And we're going to page back. We've got to arrow back a little bit too, because we are not on the grid. We're opposing the grid here with this build, so it's going to take us a little bit longer to do it. What if I come down with it a little bit? Page down. Stretch it out a little bit more. That looks good right there. Control. There we go. Beautiful. Let's do another one right in here. Wow, that's a lot longer than I thought it was. Control. And back here, page up. Right arrow key, page up, right arrow key, and let's see, how does that look? Looks good. Okay, control. And we're going to spin this around. We went too far with that. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing fantastic. It's a Monday. Getting started on my videos for the week. Did not get to record over the weekend because the weather's getting a little bit better, so we were kind of out and about doing stuff over the weekend, and not really having time to play games, which is kind of a common thing for me this time of year. Winter time, we get a little more time inside, so, it just works out better for recording. Let's see here. Let's go right there, and we're going to arrow key that over, back on in. Just going to mess around with it a little bit until we get it where we want it, and that's going to look good right there. Bam. Now we got these guys in here too. Control. Arrow up. Page up. To the right. And then we got to go back a little bit because, again, we're not on the grid. So we've got a little bit of something different going on here. These can all look a little different. It's okay. They're here to support the tunnel, right? And as you go along, you'll be adding supports different areas, and they'd look different. They're not going to be perfect. That one slid in just beautifully. Control. There we go. All right, so now we have ourselves an entrance to the mine. Boom, just like this. That looks pretty good. I like that. Got to embed it in the stone here on the corners. This guy, of course, is not, but, that's okay. It's all different. Okay, next thing. I've got an idea for here. We are going to do a building over the top of this. I'm going to turn that lamp off. It seems a little bit bright. Let's go ahead and let's see, that's as high, that's as big as we can go. Let's make that a little bit smaller. We don't have to match those. I was going to match those back there, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. Let's do this right here. Let's get right up on the corner here. And we're going to come out just a little ways. Get our first one in. How's that look? Let's see, how's that feel? I'm not worried about what's on top right now. We're going to adjust that as we go. But I feel like that's going to look pretty good right there. Yeah, that's going to look good. Okay, so now let's take this guy. Let's flip him over. Stretch him all the way out. We want the rest of these to line up with that right there. So let's make sure we're lined up here with this. You could be in its path. Just like that right there. Beautiful. Now let's figure out where we're going to put these guys. And how long is this approximately? Just so we don't have to do too much measuring down the road, because we are going to have to do some more measuring. That looks good right there. And I think I want to put one of these in each of these. We've got those planks that come out this way. I want these all here. Like, it's too difficult to slide when you're off the grid. So we're gonna. That's why we got this timber right here. We're gonna kind of look at this and figure out what we're gonna do here. So I think I need to be actually down here when I do this. I could see where it's coming out. Let's turn the light back on. You could see right there where that beam comes over this way. We're gonna go ahead and do that right there. I'd like to see it on this side, and we're gonna snap that one there. You're going to be like that, are you? This one's got the stone there, so it's being a little bit more finicky. We're going to shrink that down a little bit. It takes a very steady hand. Want it just on this side of hair. Control, we're going to go ahead and arrow this one over. And click it into place just like that. There we go. And control off. All right, beautiful. Awesome. So now we're on our way. We are on our way officially with getting the front entryway kind of taken care of. I'm going to put those across the front here. I'm going to get this taken care of first, kind of wrap my head on what we're going to do next, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, I've got all those put in. It took a little bit of time, but not too bad. I left this one tall on the end and that one tall on that end so we could put a light on here, a torch mount. I think that'll look good right there. So now I'm going to come back, and I'm not quite sure if I want to go with a timber or with a plank for the rail that's going to go along here so we don't fall off while working. I don't know. I don't know. I think a plank might look good. I think, well, you know what I need to do? I need to snap that one in there. I need to go get a plank. Actually, you know what? We could take this one right here. I think those need to be a different color. Oh, I was hiding that piece of stone that I didn't break out. Okay. Oh my God, look what I've done. Let's turn this over. Oh, there we go. And page up. And arrow keys. There we go. Oh, nope, wrong arrow. There we go. Perfect, just like that. We got some bad weather today. It's just nasty out. What do you guys think? Plank or timber? I think the plank looks pretty good. Maybe it's too thick. Maybe something like that right there. No, it looks a little too thin. Right back to where we were, huh? Pretty much. Stretch it all the way out like that. That's a different number. That's a different... That's this color. This is a 65. I think this is the 66 down here. So we need to get some 65s. But I think I like the planks better. We're going to go with that. This is going to be the rail that's going to go all along here and just be kind of a protection thing for us. So let's get some more of those 65. Let's get some 65 planks. We're going to use this stuff up, so we might as well use it. We're going to stop the spin because we always do. We'd love to do that. 66 plank. There we go. And we're going to craft up... I don't know. Let's get 40 of them. Yeah, let's get 40 of them. We'll do 40. We'll start off with that and see if we need more. Inventory, which one was that? Oh, that's the 66 plank. I need the 65 plank. That's okay. We're going to use those anyways, but, you know, we wanted the other ones. That was the goal of coming over here to begin with. So let's make up 40 of those. We could kind of mix and match these guys a little bit too. We are going to go with a structure on top, over the top of the mine shaft, but I've got a different idea, and it's going to encompass this area right here. Some of these will wind up getting a little bit taller, I think. But it's going to look nice when we're done with it. Yeah, let's go like this here. This is going to be good. Let's go like that, and we're going to just control. We're going to pop that into place. Control. And we're just kind of eyeballing it. Yeah, right about there, I think. Looks good. There we go. And control. We're going to eyeball that one right about there, and we're going to come back a little bit too, so we can shrink it up and see what we're doing. You can almost line it up with that one by just standing here. So let's shrink it up until it comes out. We'll put it back in and pop it into place. Swing it around. And oh, I see how this one's going to work. Okay, this one's a little bit funky. It's okay. We're Wild West, right? We did what we had to do to get things done. And we're going to come back in here, and we're going to control and look at this one real quick just to see. Oh, that looks good. Control. And then we're going to have to do the same thing over here. We're going to have to kind of rig this up so it looks right. Swing it back in there and shrink it down a little bit. There we go. And let's bring that up. And like that right there. Beautiful. Look at that. It looks nice. I love that. Okay. And then, oh, you know, okay. No, we're good. We're good. I thought for a second it was leaning downwards, but it is not. And we're coming off the top just a hair. Let's go the click there and take a look. And kapow, we're good to go. And it looks like we need a little bit more just to finish this off. So what we're going to do is come down here, point at the end of that board, hit return, and pop, just sticks it right into place. Then we can just have shift and arrow key down, and it's going to go just like that. I wonder, should we have it hang over? Hang out a little bit? I don't know about that. Let's try that again. Return. Let's not do that. Let's go just like that right there. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Got ourselves a little fencing going on here. Now, down below here, let's see. What are we going to do here? I think this is where we need the other ones, because we're going to want to cover this up. Where is it? Hello? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you're on return. Return off. I think it's page down. Stretch it all the way out. Page up. There we go. And continue to stretch it out. All the way. All the way out. We're going to put a staircase right here. So I took that one that we put there, very first one we put in. I took that one out. Let's go ahead and slide this over. Maybe if I point right at the end of this is going to work the best. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. No, I want you to come down. I want you to go down to the ground. There we go. We use the plus key to spread those out a little bit. Minus key. We're going to do that right there. What do you think of that? Huh? Looks pretty darn sweet. Yeah, let's try it and see what it looks like. Oh, perfect. Just perfect. Gonna ask for that to go better. Oh, did it go all the way in? It did not. Oh, boy. Well, that's okay. You know what we can do? We can come right back in here. Let's shrink this down a little bit. Shift and down arrow key, and we're going to come back with that, stick it right in there, and we're going to hold down this and see. Can we get it to do that again? No, we're not going to be able to. So, is that the right? It looks like it's way too long. Return. Right there. That's way too long. Let's go through. Let's shrink this down. Let's pull it back up again. We're going to go like that. And then we're going to come down and click onto that one. And we're going to click onto that one. And then we're going to kind of eyeball one that goes over here. This beam obviously is going to have to go down into the ground. We'll get to the undercarriage of this whole thing after we get this kind of situated here. And we're going to look here to see where our gap is. You know what? I got a better idea right here for this. Let's take this out of here. Let's take a little bit of stone. Let's go page down with the stone. We don't want it to be too much. Page up again, I guess. Oh, wow, page down. It just really is... You can take care of some of this way. So it's not quite so much wood to use. Page up. There we go, beautiful. Let's do this. Yeah, we want it to look really, really rugged back in here, right? Where's that piece of stone at that I need to give a little tap to? Just need to love tap that piece of stone right back there. Oh, that's going to be a tough one to reach. Ooh, boy. I wonder if I can get to it with the drill, maybe? Oh, boy. Maybe. Oh, I think I got it. Control is crouch, by the way. I rarely use the crouch. Beautiful. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Okay, we're going to come back and fix that up. Let's go ahead and work on this right here. We're going to line it up there. We're going to stretch it all the way out again. Beautiful. And we're going to come up to the top and just... No, we want you down here. Just point down. Come on now. No. I want you down. I want you down this way, you son of a gun. There we go. Uh-huh. Yep. Here we could just go return. We'll just do it this way. We'll just hit return, and we'll just point at each one of these. Click. Click. Oh, come on. There you go. Bouncing all over the place like that, like a crazy board. And we're probably going to have to measure this one out. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing here. There we go. Just like that. That return key is really your friend. Once you get something where you want it to be and you just want to extend the line of the board, just leave return on. And I swear, it'll pop it into place every time for you. It's really handy. Now, right now, you see, it's kind of a pain in the butt because now it's just sticking everywhere. You just have to hit return key again and turn it off. That's all you got to do. So return. We're going to turn you off. Let's do this right here. And we're going to come... Whoop, we're going to come up to the top like that. And... Oh, boy. Going to be a little finicky here. Okay, so we're going to control this one. We're just going to arrow key it in. We got to be funny with the shift, with the control keys. There we go. Down a little bit more. And that looks pretty good to me right there. Let's snap that one into place. There we go. Look at that. We got ourselves a mining platform, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't that look nice? Big old gaps in the wood and stuff like that. Can serve on some resources and stuff. Matter of fact, why don't we go ahead and just do that right down here too and just finish this up. Let's just polish it up a little bit. Number 5, yeah, there we go. And control, we need this back. And return, and there we go. We're going to stretch it back out again. I can't see what I'm doing though. Control, oh. There we go, like that. Beautiful. Return. Am I pointing at the right thing there? There we go, just like that. And we could probably squeeze one more in down here. Just like that right there. Make sure we got a pretty good angle on it, pretty straight. Big enough gap in there. Come on. Like that right there. He's sticking out. That's okay. That's okay. We'll give another whirl here. We'll give another whirl. Oh. We got uneven ground and stuff going on. That's why it's doing what it's doing. There we go. Just like that. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, this side, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here. We could just kind of go like this, I think, and probably aim at this right here. You know what? Actually, let's go back to our stone. Page down. Let's just do this right here. We'll bring the mountain over to it. and let it spill over the edge just a little bit, and that's going to help us out, I think. I don't want it to spill over too much, though. A little bit here and there is always okay. Let's see, can I take some of this back out? Oh. Page down. There we go. That works. That works for me. Right there. Right there. There we go. Beautiful. How'd that do out front here? And let's get a little more right here in this corner. Right in here. If I go page down again, what does that do? Oh, that's going to bring me a little stone around the front of the post, too. That looks just sexy right there, huh? That looks nice. I like that. Oh, beautiful. Okay, awesome. Okay, so we've got that taken care of. Don't forget, we could take and plant grass in here and fix this all up. Don't forget, once you cut the grass, you can always come back. I think I've got... Do I have any blades of grass? I guess I have not saved any grass just yet. Let's move those over here. Let's get a little bit of grass so we can fix up the front. It'll look nicer. Got to use the sickle here to get the grass blades. The scythe is not going to give it to you. The scythe takes out bigger chunks, where this guy just takes out a little bit. And remember, if you right-click, it only takes off half, but you still get grass blades. I prefer the grass to be the half length, like that right there. It's a little less draggy when you're looking at it and we're playing and making videos and stuff. It's a little bit less of a problem. So now, right now, we can come back in here and we can go like this. Boom, just like that. And see how that just cleans it right up. Doesn't that look nice now? Put a little bit of grass in there, and now we're going to take our sickle again, like so. We'll just come back, and we'll give it a little bit of a haircut here. Just a little right click. And it's going to shrink it down a little bit. Not too much, though. We don't want to go too crazy with it. Let it stand up tall. There we go. Oh, I forgot something. I forgot a piece. Is this the right board? 65? 60? No, that's a 66. Where's the 65 at? Give me that one right there. No, we want that one. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm right. I'm losing my mind. Okay, so let's go in here and let's shrink this down. We'll get this one little piece taken care of, and we call this kind of good to go. And then we can figure out what we're going to do with the structure. And there we go, just like that. Awesome. That works just great. That works just great for me. We could get one more down in there, but I don't think it's really necessary. Excuse me. So now we've got our rail and our support posts for the outside of the build. Oh boy. Now we're into a totally different area here. This one I've not given as much thought just yet. I think I'm going to stick with this size of a post. I like this one. It seems like it's pretty good. Like so. Where am I going to start this guy, though? That's the thing I don't know. Maybe we'll start with this post right here. I'm going to use this to measure up so I can use this post down the line for part of our structure. And where's this going to take me in here? Let's just hit returning. Let's just get an idea as to where that's going to take us right there. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like that's really good, actually. Okay. All right. Let's take this off. How am I going to go about? How am I going to get this measured right? I need to come back where I can see. Where do I want my building to start? What the heck? Oh, it was still doing something when I pulled back like that. Maybe right here would be a good place to start. Turn the return key off. Let's do that right there. And, I see right now that I am over the top. Oh, I am over the top of a beam here. Oh, that's good. That's very, very good. I was kind of concerned about that because we need some structural, we need to look like we have structural integrity. So we are over the top of the beam with that right there. I should have known better because we've got those over the top of each of the beams, the fence rails, the posts there. Is this sinking into the ground, though? I don't think it is. I think it's staying on top. As long as we can go. We were not. Glad I checked that. And let's come in here. That's not even close. You are just so squirrely. I've got to be careful because it'll slide. See how it's sliding underneath the floor? You got to be careful about that. If it does that, then you're not going to have the true height that you're looking for. You've got to be able to. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to get this taken care of. We're going to put this right here. We're going to hit control and then we're going to page up, page down. If there's one thing about the grid that doesn't matter is right now we've got the page up, page down button. That's not going to move it anywhere but up and down a little bit. So we're going to do that right there and click it into place. Just like that. Control. Okay, so we've got this worked out. We're good and straight there. What constitutes a straight over here? Uh-huh. We got stone in the way here. That's okay. We're just using these to measure. So that's okay if it slides in like that. No big deal. Return. Let's see here. Where are we going to come? How far out are we going to come over here now? Return off. Let's come over here. I'm going to want to come at least... here. Just so we've got a pretty good sized structure here. Return. Return off. And let's stand it up. Oh. I think what I need to do is I need to come up here as well. I need to figure out how high we're going with this. Let's do that right there. And again with the return key. This way I know that this beam is going to come up and hit it underneath. Return off. There we go. And up we go. How close am I to where I need to be? Again, the arrow keys, they're going to be a little squirrely, so you're going to have to slide over, push it back, slide it over, push it back a little bit. Move it around until you get about the right idea here. And we need to go back a little bit further. I feel like that's pretty good. Okay, so that's the size of our structure. This big, huh? My idea is to have it kind of open air, so we'll walk in this way and have the ladder over here. Let's make a couple of ladders and see what happens. Like I've told you guys before, I don't mess around with the ladders very much. It's kind of a different thing for me. Oh, I see. We've got different numbers. One. This looks like the roughest of them. Let's make 5 of them and see what happens. This could be the death of me. Just because I don't use them. Can I not use the arrow keys to move these around? Oh, hold on a second. Control? Oh, you can't use the arrow keys on these. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. How am I going to get down here? Oh, okay. I think these like to stick to blocks. I'm pretty sure you could stick them to ladders, to stone as well, right? Pretty sure I could just put that right there. Yeah. And then hold the F key down to pick it up. Bingo. Okay, so let's try this again. It likes it right here, so maybe I get one to go right here. Boy, it just Well, I'm probably going to have to take a plunge to get down in there. Nevertheless, this is what I want. I want to be able to come up here, and then we're going to walk in this way to enter the mine. And maybe even walk over this way, and then have the ladder on this side over here. I need water, and I need food. I feel like that'll be pretty good, and I want an open air kind of structure, too, like I mentioned. There we go. We got some water. Oh, the sun came out too. That's nice. I've got food right in here. What do we got? We got watermelons left. Nice. Okay, so we might as well keep those ladders with us. All right, we're gonna take a sleep. There we go. Let's take a sleep real quick. I'm going to have to wrap my head around this a little bit too. So let me take a sleep, take a look at this a little bit, and I'll come right back. I have the framing in for what is going to be the mine. The mine, kind of the little mine building shack type thing. And now I'm going to go ahead and kind of run some slats in here to just kind of represent a bit of a wall on this side, like there. Okay, we're going to do that over on that side, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to start over here, come closest to the edge, like so, and straight across. And that should be perfect both sides there. Okay, I want to kind of open an area. We're not going to enclose this here. We might do some up in this area here. We might come across this here with some of this right there. Is that going to stick out the top? It does stick out a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah, we're probably going to do something like that right there. Matter of fact, why don't we do that right now? Let's shrink this down a little bit. Let's bring this back up here. And no, we want you over this way. It's still a little bit long. Okay, so let's shrink it down a little bit more. And up here, we don't want enough headroom for us, right? It's kind of pushing itself in a little bit too much. What if we come down this way with it? That's still wanting to shove itself out the top there. So what if we go to right about there? Yeah, wow, it really wants to just jet out there, huh? I don't think, no matter what length I have that board, it's going to do the same thing each time. So I'm going to come back, try to come back, there we go, to that one right there. And then let's shrink this down some more. And we're going to go ahead and do these by hand. Shrink it down some more. A little bit longer. And then what we can control, and we can page up with that. Page down. We're not quite lined up. We're going to pull that forward to us. And over one. And page up. And we could probably lengthen that a little bit more right there. That's still a little too close to us here. Oh boy, it's really tough to get that to line up right. That one layer looks pretty good. I'm gonna snap that one in place. Control. We're gonna do the same thing right here. Control. Page up. Let's get our length right. Let's push it back in there. Slide it over. Maybe we could just shrink that down a little bit and it'll work better that way. It's all about hitting the right key here. And I think that's probably going to do us just fine right there. And then come back with number 19 here. I think this is our guy. Wood beam. Yeah. On this guy right here. And we're going to shrink him way... Well, we're going to shrink him... Oh, wrong way, wrong way. And we're going to fatten him back up a little bit. He can't be too thin. We're going to come back with this guy right here. And let's line ourselves up over here. Hit control. How are we doing here? We need to go back in a little bit more. Come back out a little bit. We can actually shrink this down a bunch. We're trying to hide some of the imperfections. We don't want too many. Like that. Control. Slide it in. Those two boards that I placed just are not going to behave very well. Like that. Take the control off. There, that works out. That works out just great. Okay, so let's go back to here. We're going to fatten that back up a little bit. Stretch it out. About right there, I think, is what we needed. Come over here and come on up this way, and we're going to stretch this down right there. I could do most of those that time, which is pretty nice. And shrink it and slide it over here. Boy, that's going to behave better than the other side did. Control, let's go page up a little bit with it. Oh, we got to bring that back in too. You hear that flutter? Like a bat's wing? You guys were mentioning in the comments that you're hearing some noises every now and again. And yes, you're right. There are some noises that they added in here that are just supposed to kind of make you go, what was that? That sounded like either a bird flapping its wing or a bat down in the cave. One of you mentioned that you're hearing some hammering off in the distance. And yeah, I hear that too every now and again. It's like this ghost. There's like a ghost in here. Control. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's go page up a little bit with it. And we're looking good there. There, yeah. Let's see, how does that look compared to this one over here? Yeah. Snap. Control. There we go. All right, beautiful. Now we could do the same thing on this upper part right here. We could do this. We could do the slats up in here as well. I need to get the right size here. That's too big. Something like that right there, I think. This is going to be tougher, though. This is going to want to poke out a lot sooner. But I think what I can do here, I need you to come back just a little bit for me. There we go. Using that beam on the bottom seems to help guide those guys in. And we can snap it. And let's go ahead and do this, and let's shrink that down. Not too much. There we go. We got to get our gap just about right in here. Oh, I'm out of those planks. I have 3 left. We need more plankage. Which one is this? Yeah, this is right, 66. Look at that. We've gone through almost 260 pieces of wood today. 260. And now that we have the crowbar, it's not like it's wasted wood. We're using all of it. So it just shows you how big the projects can be. This one here is pretty daunting. Oh, I think I made it. I think I made it there. Yeah, I did. All right, beautiful. It's okay that there's some little air holes here and there. I'm going to go ahead and start this one. Well, you know what? I have to start over here. If I don't start over here, it's not going to work. So let's go right here. Back it up. There we go. And shrink this one back down again. Like so. Get ourselves lined up in here as best we can. Oh, no. Foiled. Doesn't take all of them, does it? It only took some of those right there. That's interesting. I guess I noticed that last episode, too, and we had... I messed up the floor, and I had to redo the floor. Come on, you could do it. Oh, I'm back down to 4 again? Dang it, man. Well, there was some wasted wood. That's okay. I've got plenty of wood. I knocked down those birch trees and came back with a bunch. I didn't knock them all down. I left, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 over at the house and got the rest of them chopped down and brought over here. I wound up with something like 60 some odd saplings. It needs to go a little bit longer than that. There we go. Oh, we got to come back a little bit. There we go. And then here. Oh boy, this is like a super tiny space. We can do one there, and don't even know if we really need to worry about this space right here, but we'll go ahead and monkey around with it a little bit and see if we can't get something to go in there just like that. There we go. And we'll do the same thing. We need to do over here? No, we don't. We've got that all taken care of. This didn't quite go all the way down to the end of the wall, but that's all right. So now we have a bit of a structure here. Oh, we need to do this side right here too. Nope. Up, up, up. Up. Turn. There we go. And stretch it out. Am I far enough? Control. We're actually going to bring this one from here all the way across, which means part of our rail doesn't really need to be there, but we're going to leave it there because it looks good. Okay, we need to come in even closer. I'd rather not cut through that. There we go. Beautiful. I need more. I need more. Let's get some more logs. I'm trying to hurry here a little bit for you guys. Resources, lumber, max, and there we go. Back to resources, construction, wood plankage. 66. While we're at it, let's go ahead and make up our roof. We'll be using that a lot as well, that black color. I like that the best for the roofing. Okay, now we should be able to do... We got to start over on this end because we've got this little issue with the rail here. Just on the inside, just a hair. It's going to just butt up against that right there, which is fine. Oh, I see we got a problem here, Houston. Let's try that again right here. Nope, it's going to cut into that. There we go. There we are. Beautiful. Beautiful. There it is. There's that part of it. Taken care of. I want to get this structure piece done today is what I want to do. And then we're going to bring the stone out towards this. So we don't have to worry about that gap back there. Let's take that out of there and that out of there. And let's get our roofing material here. Okay, and we're going to spin this around. And it should be right about there, just like that. Yep, and then we're going to stretch this out as far as it'll go. Width-wise and length. And we're going to slide this over a little bit just so we've got some of that showing over on the edge and snap it into place. And we can actually walk on this right here. Now we're going to hit return. And that's going to take each one of these and put it right where it needs to be all the way across. We don't have to think about it. Just like so. And oh my gosh, it's almost perfect over here. And I can't get any wider than that. Okay, so we're going to do that right there. And then we'll add another piece, just a smidge on the edge there. How's this one looking? Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Perfect. I'll take it. This is the return on, so you can see how the return key is really pretty helpful. And we're going to double this up just so the roof looks a little bit thicker. See how it just grabs it and puts it right where you want it? I love that. And return off. Actually, you know what? Let's turn that return back on. And we're going to come up here and we're going to look at that and we're going to shrink this down to where we want it. Right about... Oh, it's just a touch, huh? Not much there, but that's okay. There we are, like so. There we go. Look at that. We have ourselves a bit of a shanty up here for the mine shaft. Yeah, so now when we need to, we just come on in here and boom, we're inside. So let's see. I think I put stone away. Let's get this finished up. Let's do it. I'm going to have to take a dive down underneath and have a splint. I've got a splint and everything with me, but we're going to have to take a dive to, handle the fall, is what I'm trying to say. Page down. Page up. There we go. Arrow key in. How do we do? I think we did it. Let's arrow key out this. Let's flatten this out a little bit. Back to 1. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. And then in here, what we're going to do, and I've not quite decided how we're going to go about doing this yet because I still need to think about it. But in here, we are going to have to put some support beams, turn the return key off, some support beams inside here near the mine shaft to support a little bit of a box around this thing here too. So we'll figure that out, and then we'll decorate it up with some barrels and things like that. What we could probably do here is actually spin this around and stretch that all the way out. Does that go all the way? Looks like it meets both sides there. Something like that right there. Just a little something like that helps, break up the colors and stuff. You get a little bit more, design going on here. We're gonna have to be kind of creative with our colors because we're kind of Old West, right? That's what we are, is Old West, and so we're gonna have to find ways to make things kind of stand out and pop. Let's go return on that so it pulls it right in nice and straight, and then we can shrink this down with our shift and arrow key. Pop it back out a little bit. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? There we go. Just like that. And now we've got ourselves some cross sections. We might even want to do another one right about there. I think that would look pretty good right there. Just a little extra support in here, Return. Sounds like it's going to rain again. I tell you, man, my parades, they're not safe. Just like that. And return off. Oh. Return off. And then with some stacked up wood piles and things like that, look at that. We're staying dry inside. Oh, yeah. Big old torrential downpour coming in, but we've got ourselves a little bit of a shack going on here that we can, get out of the rain in. Some support beams for the mine. Yeah, I think that's great. Okay, I think that's really good. I think we did it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit that like button for me. Comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03, and I want you to have an awesome, a fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.